What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Judith Plains, Montana $10 million challenge. I hope y'all are doing well. We have a lot. Excuse me. Feeling a little throaty today, so if it sounds bad, I apologize. But we have a little bit to do. We definitely have to get this canola and wheat harvest knocked out. But first, we're gonna get this wool taken down to the spinnery, and then we're gonna clean up around the farmyard. We still have a planter over here for no reason. We have a lot of implements out and around. So if we're going to get that cleaned up, we're going to get this farmyard cleaned up, make it look a lot more professional. As things are getting in the way, like this, 9R that's just chilling here, or this lime spreader, or that sprayer. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this wool down to the spinnery. It looks like the wool is moving faster through the spinnery than it does on like a stock spinnery, like the base game spinnery, which is good. That's a good problem to have. We just don't have the sheep to keep up yet. Once we get enough sheep to keep up with production, like, we're chilling. We're big chilling. Which I don't think, at that point, I don't think it would be worth doing cotton anymore, but I mean, I could be very wrong. I need to move that back into the trigger. All right, let's get this loaded up, and I'll see y'all down at the spinnery, and then we'll be back at the farmyard here in a little bit to clean everything up. All right, we are back at the farmyard. We're gonna put this back where it belongs, so that way we don't have any more to put away than we have to. But nonetheless, we're gonna grab the John Deere probably and get all this stuff moved. I can't even. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and move the sprayer somewhere. I don't know where to move it though. That's my problem. I don't know where to move the sprayer and the mower. Like, the mower and the sprayer are the two ones that I have no idea where to put them. The mower I kind of have back there for now, and it seems to be working pretty well. This spot is normally for the case, but I wonder if the sprayer will fit. Yeah, the sprayer will fit right here. So we'll find another place for the case later. Let's go ahead and try and get this back where it belongs. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get around that line spreader or not, if I'm being honest. We're going to try. We're going to do our best. Let's see. Swing it wide. Oh yeah, like a glove. Don't hit the tanker. Yeah, way good. Way good. A little close to that tanker, but it should be all right. I don't even think we're touching it. And that corn header is going to stay there until we're done with the harvest, because we have I think we have corn next, and then cotton after that. All right, lime spreader. We all know where everything else goes. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything kind of put away, and I'll see y'all here in a second. Alright, I think that's everything that we need to move. We don't have a place for the tractors. We're kind of running short on room around the farmyard. We're gonna have to figure that out. in later episodes, but I don't know. I really don't want to tear up that small field over there, but we might have to. It's just, it is what it is. We need more space. But not much. We don't need much more space, just enough to get tractors good and implements and things like that. But if I end up, whenever we end up getting the Plains and Prairie seeder, that's when it's going to be kind of a definite on that field getting going, because I'll be putting up a shed, like a drive-through shed, and that'll clear up a lot of space over here. But we'll see. Because that seeder's like almost $1 million. It's like as much as that cotton harvester was. Total. Because you have to get both implements. You got to get the seeder and the container thing that pulls behind the seeder. So. But it'll make planting a lot faster, a lot easier. It does 3 jobs in one. It cultivates, it plants, and it fertilizes. It's phenomenal. Then there's another planter. Not that Kinsey planter. That Kinsey planter is the biggest one base game. There's another one that's even bigger, like a lot bigger. And it's a case mod. I'll show you right now while we're on a straight. It's this one. So the Kinsey is your biggest planter. It's 18.2. This one's 27.4. It's massive. I've used it on my personal play series, and good lord, it takes no time to do 20 acres. It took me like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes to plant 20 acres with that planter. It's insane. It is ridiculously big. So that's kind of our implement goals, is to get a bigger seeder and a bigger planter. And then our harvesting goals is to get a bigger header. I can kind of foresee that in on the next sell, because we're going to buy a field. But we should have some money left over. If we do everything right and we keep everything running like we're supposed to, we should be able to do that. But I think we buy one more field and then we go straight for Jack Daniels. That way we have pizza going, we have Jack Daniels going, we have fabric going. We kind of have canola oil going. I think we've discussed about kind of selling that, getting that going, and getting a cash crop going. Soybeans, probably, or even dry corn, like one of those two. Probably soybeans, because we'll be doing a lot of corn with Jack Daniels, so it'd be kind of hit and miss. Or we get rid of the canola oil and we do canned peas. I don't know which one's more profitable. I really don't. I know selling peas straight out is profitable, but I don't know if it's more profitable to do canned peas than it is to do canola oil. I'll have to look. I'll probably look during this harvest, so if y'all see some menu flashes, that's what I'm doing. I'm checking prices, but I think it would make sense for us to do canned peas. I've been talking about it a lot. I think ever since Riverbend Springs, I really want to do peas. Because this harvester can do peas, because I have a mod that allows me to harvest peas with this header. So instead of using those 5-foot headers, 5-10-foot headers, we can use these headers, and the capacity, like I said before, the pea harvesters, the spinach harvester, and the green bean harvester, I have no problem using the green bean harvester and the spinach harvester. Zero. If we did spinach, I would 100% use the spinach harvester. No problem with it. Because the capacity is fine, right? You can hold 22,000 liters of spinach, and I think 11,000 or so of green beans. But with peas, you can only hold like 3,000. So you're having to unload quite frequently. And then you also need a special trailer because it's short. Okay. It's a very short, like this auger wagon would barely fit under that auger for the pea harvester. So it's definitely a pain to do. So I would definitely, if you ever do peas, or if you're wanting to do peas but you don't want to just because of the harvester, and the harvester is the only thing keeping you from doing it, highly recommend the mod. I don't know the mod off the top of my head, but if you look up, I think it's green bean and pea harvesting on Mod Hub, you should be able to find it. But all right, we're gonna get this done. Hopefully we get a lot. Hopefully we get enough for the season. I doubt it, because we have yet to be able to do that, and we're actually getting a lower yield than we did last time. So I think, I don't think we're going to be able to run it. What we might end up doing is, and I'm going to be thinking about this while we're doing the harvest here. I'm thinking about selling that canola oil factory, and then we just sell canola straight out. Because it looks, let's see, max price is $5,900 for canola oil. What's max price for canned peas? $7,800. Okay. So what's the cycles per month on the oil plant? 960 for 10 canola oil every time. So per cycle, we get 9,600 per month of canola oil. Okay. So what about the canning factory? Canning factory is 240. However, per cycle, you're getting 45. So if I times 240 by 45, what do we get? 240 times 45. We're actually getting more per month. So that comes out to 10,800 liters per month. I think that's more profitable. Cycles per month are less, but the amount we're getting is more. So I think that might be our play. Yeah, we'll probably sell this as a cash crop then. I just made my decision, I think. We're going to sell this as a cash crop this year. And we're going to sell the oil plant. And then we're going to buy the canned peas. And we'll plant peas in the next planting season. So be ready for some different crops, because canola is no longer hidden, ladies and gentlemen. It is not hidden. All right, let's get this harvest done. Let's get it knocked out, and I'll see y'all here in a little bit. last trip now. We ended up getting a lot of canola, actually. We have a full trailer load over there, and we have a full auger wagon worth in the silo. So we're about to find out how much everything's going to be as far as projected goes. Hopefully we're getting close to that 500 mark, but I don't think we will. I'll be honest with you. Let's put this header trailer on the... Let's put this header on the trailer, and then we'll go from there. We'll go look. We'll get the semi, get this unloaded, and we'll see what's going on. I did notice that while I was cleaning up the farmyard, I did notice that a lot of our equipment needs repaired and fueled. So we're going to be spending a lot on maintenance this year. Thankfully, our harvester's way good on maintenance and fuel. We've been kind of keeping that squared away. But everything else, the semi, both tractors, and some of the implements are definitely needing some love. So I don't know about this header. I think the header's fine, but I don't know. I'll have to look. Okay, that tree gets me every time. Never fails. I've been thinking about cutting it down. All right, let's get this header over here, and then I want to get everything unloaded from the trailers, and I'll probably end up seeing you guys here in just a second after the silo. All right, we ended up getting 142,000 liters of canola, and which puts us projected at 312. So 312 isn't bad. I think the 209 is actually from a full harvest. No, it's not. We sold a little bit prior to December, or no. We sold in December last year, and then we still had some left over that ran through the year. So that's what this is. So that's not bad. We made 200. That's really not bad. Yeah, 312 projected there. So I think we'll go ahead and take this semi here. We'll go down to the canola factory, pull out all of the canola oil that we can. Bring it up here to the farmyard, get it put somewhere, probably next to the goat milk. We need to get a pallet storage. But bring it up here, and then we'll end up selling that oil plant. We don't need it anymore. We're going to do the canned peas because I think those are going to be a lot more profitable significantly more profitable than canola oil will be. So we're going to try it, see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. We can't do both. Not right now. We just can't. With us trying to do Jack Daniels on top of that, we won't be able to do it. So hopefully we get enough out of the canola and the canola oil, and selling the oil plant to be able to purchase the canning factory, and then hopefully the year-end sell will be enough for us to buy a field, or even Jack Daniels maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I think we're going to go with, depending on how the corn harvest goes, is whether we buy another field or buy Jack Daniels. I think that's what we'll do. Because even if we buy the canning factory and Jack Daniels, we still have, I think we have enough fields to keep up with productions. I think. We'll see. I just don't know how much that corn's going to yield for both of those fields. I think it's 32 acres worth of corn. So, but we have to divide it because we have to do like, I think 70% real corn and then 30% dry corn is a good ratio, I think, but I don't know. So we're gonna find out. We always find out the hard way on this channel. I don't go researching before I do things. I just do it. So we're just gonna do things and go that way. All right, let's see if we can grab all this. Hopefully we can. Yeah, we can. All right, cool. I'm gonna load all this up. I'm gonna get back to the farmyard, and I'll see y'all back at the farmyard. I just realized I was talking to Oblivion again. I left it paused. I sold the oil plant. It brought us $105,000. Now, we have, so therefore, this canola harvest that we just did is going to bring us $312,000. And then the canola that's sitting on the back of this truck right now is going to bring us about $200,000. So in total, our bank account should have $800,000 at the end of this, which is more than enough to buy the canning factory for the peas, for the canned peas. And we'll still have some left over as well. But I think at the end of the year, our end of the year sale that we do, I think we're going to be sitting real good to both buy a field and maybe even Jack Daniels at the same time. I really hope that is the case, or even buy, like, you know, the header that we're wanting, or maybe even get close to getting the seeder or planter. One of those two options. I don't know. We'll see. We're making a lot of money now. Things are racking up pretty good. I think we're making more now than we were in Riverbend Springs. So that's a very good thing that we're doing. This Buffalo Mott's, though, is not really doing as well. I mean, $300,000 from Buffalo Mott's, that's not bad. That's not terrible. I just wish I could sell the excess buffalo milk that we just don't need to keep in the dairy. Because we don't need to fill the dairy completely. We can sell the extra buffalo milk. I don't know where to put this canola oil. Don't flip. All right. I don't know where to put this canola oil. I think I'm going to put it over there next to the goat's milk and be done with it. Probably should have put a worker on that wheat harvest. That's okay though. No big deal. It's harvest season. We got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. All right, we'll just put it right here with the goat milk. Let's see. Unload. Right. Yep. Shift I. There we go. All right. We got that taken care of. A good amount of buffalo moths sitting there. I wonder how everything is going with the animals. So I haven't checked on them today. I don't think I did anyways. The wolves. Oh yeah, we can go ahead. Did we already do that? Yeah, we already did that. We did that first thing. We could probably get these eggs moved. And the cows and buffalo definitely need food. These guys are about to reproduce again. 88. So we're gonna have another 198 water buffalo to sell in the next month. Because they're at 88% reproduction, so they're definitely going to be reproducing here in the next month or so. I want those cows to reproduce because they need we need 250 of those. We already have 250 of water buffalo, so we don't need any more water buffalo. I think 250 water buffalo are just fine because they're producing like crazy. We have 33,000 liters of buffalo milk, which is more than enough to keep our dairy running. Especially since we're doing cheese at the same time. It just makes sense. Come on, you got it. There we go. Alright, this trailer's in there. So, yeah, I think we'll be okay to buy. Not right now. We'll buy it in the probably next episode or the selling episode. Whichever one. Let's see how much that canning factory is first. It's down here in the town somewhere. It's right here. Yep. Is it? It's 330,000. So we could buy it right now, but we would only have 10,000 left over. We wouldn't even be able to go to the next month without going negative. So we're just gonna sit and wait, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, Buffalo Mott's is good. We're looking at, let's see, for the Buffalo Mott's, that's 3 6 7 8, probably closer to 9, a million. We can sell the goat cheese in October. That's $1,000,001. pizza, that's going to be pretty decent, I think. I thought we were going to have a lot more pizza than that. I don't think the cheese is keeping up, honestly. I don't think the cheese is keeping up. But eggs we'll have a lot of in November. No, we won't. We've already done a egg sale. Fabric we're not going to have a lot of. We just won't. Hopefully the cotton can... Do we have that turned on? Yeah, we do. Okay. But hopefully the cotton will run out in the production, and this will be like closer to 400,000. Yeah, I think we're sitting pretty good. We're definitely going to make over 1 million. So that'll be very nice. I don't know why I put everything away, knowing full well that we had to do another harvest. I literally put everything away, even though we needed to do another harvest. I think we'll probably just get started. We'll do about half the harvest on this, and then we'll probably call it. All right, time for us to get this wheat harvest going. It looked like this was plenty of yield to keep that flour mill going. So I'm very optimistic about the wheat staying in this field. But yeah, we're gonna get this going, and I'll see y'all here in a little bit. All right, y'all. We're about halfway through the wheat harvest. We're actually almost done. But this corn's looking tall, and I think we're going to be harvesting this in the next episode. Definitely doing cotton. Probably corn at the same exact time. We'll see. That's usually how it lines up. Let's double check. Let's make sure. That's usually how it lines up, though. You do cotton and corn at the same time. Yeah, looks like we'll definitely do the cotton and then the corn. But we're almost done with the wheat. And we already have a full tractor trailer load, so that's a good sign. But either way, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Also, if you like this content and you want to see more of it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. It really helps out the channel. But at the end of the day, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.